All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is Saturday, the 2nd of October. It is Friday, the 2nd of October, and it's not actually even witching hour, but we're recording it today already because tomorrow we have some plans for some very special things, and we actually have the opportunity to record it today because of a very particular reason. As you may have noticed, um, the screen looks different. You can actually see a lot of stuff, and there's a weird camera engaged, and it seems to be quite nice, eh? What you're seeing is the Canon EOS utility software, and you're seeing it through the eyes, through the lens of a Canon 600D camera. Camera exactly like this one, in fact. The beer, check it out. This is a DSLR camera, a low to mid range one from Canon. It nowadays I think it costs you about $300. Let's focus up on that a bit. Whoop. And here you go. This is a very typical DSLR camera that you can use. A lot of people that you know may have DSLR cameras, but I'm sure many of them are probably not using them to their full potential at all. This is a fairly cheap piece of equipment, actually, in terms of relative camera sizes and stuff. The body itself, here we go. As you see, it's modular. That's one of the greatest advantages of DSLR cameras, and it's quite small. And this is actually it's actually got a double battery grip, which you can get rid of as well. Here you unlock it there. Derp. I'll show you how it works. La 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 la. La 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 la. Here we go. So this is actually the camera, and as you can see, let me zoom out a bit again. Whoop, it's a bit too much. As you can see, it's just different parts. The body is very small. It weighs like on its own like maybe 300 gram, maybe 500, something like that. It's not a lot. Let me show you what the batteries look like. Very simple, right? It's just a cheaper battery. It's not even a Canon one. It's a relative one, and yeah, the battery goes in here, and then yeah, so it works. But like, let me show you with the other stuff because I don't want to run out of juice later. Yes, reload it back into battery grip, derp, and like this battery grip also isn't very expensive. I think it's 29 euros, and the batteries cost about $5 a piece or something, $5 to $10 a piece. So it's not too bad. Too bad. Okay, so how does it work, right? This is how the lens works. In order to put it back on, check it out. There's usually a little red dot at the top, right? There's a red dot here, just align them, and then you turn it clockwise until it does a click noise, and you're good to go, right? The cool thing about this camera is that it has a swivel screen. Oh my god! So how does it work? The on button is up here, right on the wheel. Click it on, and it whirs to life. Of course, the DSLR camera has two main modes: photography and videography and video. And I use mine mostly for video, actually, and not for photography. We use this particular model for rock videos, .at, and I use it for pretty much everything I make. This is rock videos, just in case you're wondering. And yeah, it's very sturdy. It accepts the battery lasts quite a while, and the a very important thing is that it doesn't overheat when you shoot continuous video, right? Which is important when you're filming concerts, especially. So check it. The screen goes like this, and yeah, this is like a 5-year-old model, so I've only just kind of like reached the limits of its capacity, if at all. Um, yeah. So how does it work? If you want to take photos, the button is up here, right? Clickety click. Took a picture. Right. Let's take a picture of, so you can see. Put it into live view mode. Whoa, camera reception. This. Whoopala. There. So you have like a cool live view mode while you're shooting, and the swivel screen is very useful also when you put it on like on the tripod. You can kind of observe the camera from different positions, which is nice. Um, yeah, it's got. Let me focus back in. Well, yeah, the lens on here right now is a Canon 100 to 300 millimeters. This one's not mine. It's Robbie's. Um, and it's cool. This is a zoom lens, 100 to 300 millimeters. You can get very close. It's like if you want to film people's noses or whatever, that's how it works. Up it down, up it down, up it down, up it down. Sorry, there you go. And yeah, how does the lens work? In case you're wondering, you just spin it left and right. Obviously, if it extends, you go closer, put it down, and this wheel here is the focus wheel. Yeah, some lenses, these positions are switched, and sometimes this isn't so easy to spin. Some lenses you can't spin like that at all. They only have a focus ring because they have a fixed width. This one has quite a lot of variety, but this one is for when you're standing quite far away, I guess, and you want to still get detailed shots. So that's cool. And so, and the camera that we're filming this camera with has exactly the same functionality as this one, and we can access these functionalities through the software and through the EOS utility. So we can adjust the light. For example, we're indoors. If you would take an outdoor setting, right, it would look like this. Um, Indoors, you need less. You need, pardon. This is like a low uh, Kelvin value, a low color temperature value, so it's kind of bluish, right? And when it gets more yellow or red, that means that the color temperature is warming up, and this is like a higher Kelvin ratio. Let's see, what else can we do? Can double click on detail. Ain't that grand? Let's see how focus we can get it. Pretty good. It's pretty tight. You can see all the dust, all the scratches and stuff. This is like these cameras have gone through hell with us. Better believe it. See the dirt under my fingernails. Rapido. Spin it. You know, let's go for a custom value. Put the Kelvin ratio. Can we just write something maybe? No, we can't. Maybe if we close the zoomish here. tungsten fluorescent. We're not using any special lights or anything. We're just using like you know, a desk lamp. Camera back. Whoop. Because like when you're photography and filming is all just light, you know. If you have good light sources, your picture is gonna look better. This is important. Digital zoom is on. Why is it? Why is it on? Okay. That's why it was so close. Shouldn't have been quite that close, Hmm. It's too close still. Wow. Yeah. Point and shoot. And these kind of cameras are very cool because they're so modular, upgradable. This is the hot shoe, the heiße Schuh. You can put microphones on top, screens, you can put recording devices, you can put extenders for these, so you have 2 or 3 of these, you can have a lot of equipment on top. At the bottom you have a standard uh, tripod screw, and you can use that to, for example, you can extend your camera with a shoulder tripod. That's what it's called, a shoulder mount. Let me just zoom out, see what it looks like. Here, it's now now the camera's on a shoulder mount. It's kind of like a rifle, and you can kind of like hold it against you for more stability. Generally, like if you want stability, obviously just stand still, breathe in, hold your breath, helps. But a mounted tripod is, of course, this is a very cheap solution. These cost like $20. These things, right? But yeah, they help a lot. I found also to carry them and stuff, put it on your shoulder, whatnot, right? So yeah, and of course this is a Canon camera, 600D. In case I haven't noticed that, mentioned that. Derpy derpy derp. La 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 la. So yeah, what else can it do? You have various picture modes, manual, automatic, and various presets for portraits and sports and whatnot. I usually like either full manual or full auto, but I mostly use the video one anyways. Yep. How do you store data on this? There is an SD card slot, standard, and SD card, so you need some kind of SD card reader or connect the camera directly to your computer with a USB cable. But then you get fairly slow transfer rates. The fastest way is if you have USB 3 card readers or something for these kind of cards. Directly integrated SATA card readers. I don't know if those exist. That would be nice. But yeah, you can save a lot of time with proper cables, the right right? Connections from your camera and from your data devices to your computer. So USB hubs help a lot, especially when because we have like quite a few of these, right, at the state and many SD cards, and sometimes you're under time pressure. You need to copy a lot of data quickly, so you have like several USB um, card readers and hubs working at the same time. You can copy like 12 of these at the same time on a good day. Derpy derp. So it goes back in. This is a 32 gigabyte one. And with one more thing, with SD cards for camera, you should check always that the data transfer rate of the SD card is fast enough, because there's slow ones and fast ones, and they don't they don't tend to explain that to you, right? Um, for cameras like this, 45 megabytes a second is sufficient. It's good actually. Um, Anything above that is awesome. And a card like this, a 32 gigabyte one, I think will run you like still it'll run you like $50, €50, so expensive, but modular and awesome. So yeah, so this is a Canon 600D, the witching hour special for the DSLR. Should be concluded with that. I hope you enjoyed that. If you guys want to see more camera tutorials in the future, please let me know, because I do know a thing or two about this stuff as well, other than drawing. So if you guys would like me to share that information with you, I would gladly do so. Anyways, the full episode of Witching Hour will be, of course, tomorrow at 11, Saturday as per usual. Yeah, cool. Thank you very much for tuning in. Rock and roll. Cameras, solid fun. Enjoy.